21. I'm going from house to house in my smart car. I'm now training John Terry. I'm training Brendan Rodgers. I'm training Maya Gem. I'm training Caroline Flack. So in a year, I'm
Wow.
training top clients.
Wow.
Was not qualified to do it.
Welcome back to another episode of The Uncommon Conversation. This podcast is where we stop pretending. 1 in 3 people say they feel lonely, even when surrounded by others. Not because they don't have people around them, but because they feel disconnected from themselves. This space exists to change exactly that. We're not here to fix anyone. We're here to remember what's real through story, truth, and presence. And today's guest is someone who's done exactly that. It's with a great pleasure to introduce someone who has took the fitness industry by storm, but behind the content, the programs, and the public presence is a man who built it all with intention, resilience, and truth. Bradley Simmonds is a renowned fitness coach, entrepreneur, and former professional footballer. He's coached elite athletes, built a global training platform, and inspired thousands to take control of their health, not just physically, but mentally. But this isn't just about fitness. It's about evolution. It's about discipline, reinvention, and leading by example on and off the screen. Mate, welcome to the podcast.
Mate, thank you for having me on. I'm looking forward to our chat.
Absolute pleasure. So, we dive in deep.
Yes, go for it.
So many people feel very disconnected, and it looks like everything is in order and everything needs to be in order.
Yeah,
When it's a lie.
of course.
Very, very false. But first things first, now you're in Dubai. How's Dubai treating you?
Dubai is treating me well. I'm enjoying it. I've been here for 5 months. It's gone super quick. I can't believe how quick it's gone. But I'm actually really enjoying it. The new sense of energy, the new life, the new goals I've set myself, and working towards those. So it's exciting. Maybe ask me in 3 years' time.
Very exciting. That'll be the fastest 5 months of your
It
life.
is. It's been quick.
Fastest 5 months. And if we have to, so Dubai life, this is you currently.
Yeah.
But same again, people see the highlight reel. People see, oh, he's in Dubai. He's good looking. Look at what he's achieved.
Yeah.
You weren't born with that.
No, of course not.
And everyone's born with that blank canvas, and then you add paint along the journey, and you paint it in your own way. Where did it start for you, from what you can remember growing up, and how was life?
Yeah, so I guess it started when I think I first got released by Chelsea, and I was around 16 years of age.
Okay.
I think that's the
Wow.
first. Yes, I think that's the first time I felt rejection or felt failure. I was like, shit, I just been released. From ages of 6 to 16, I was the best player in the age group. I was pushed. Next minute, this new experience of not being one of the best players taking my place, Chelsea not renewing my contract. I felt a bit lost in that aspect. Confidence was low, and it hit me big time. But then, of course, I had opportunities to go to different football clubs.
Yeah.
And I chose to go Queen's Park Rangers. Probably was a mistake looking back, but we make these mistakes. Things happen for a reason. I went to Queen's Park Rangers. It was a local club to West London where I was living. A lot of my family or friends were supporting QPR. I thought this is a great club, great place to go to. You can still live close to my family, still be around my friends. Why not? Let's do it. I chose Queen's Park Rangers, and it wasn't a good start. I did my ACL pretty early on in my experience with Queen's Park Rangers. I was injured for 2-3 years.
Let's go back to that though. Sorry, 6 to 16, that's 10 years in a professional setup.
Yeah.
What was it before that? Like, how did you even get into Chelsea at 6?
Yeah, so my brother was at Chelsea Football Club. So my brother's 6 years older than me.
Right, okay.
And I was literally playing on the side. So me and my sister were kicking the ball, and my other brother, Elliot, was kicking the ball around. And Chelsea could see from a very young age I had talent.
Right.
I could strike a ball. I was strong. I was committed. And they invited me to play a year ahead. My mum actually said no because I had asthma at the time. So she was a bit concerned. So a few months later, I went to my first camp, where all the under sixes get together in different regions. Essex, you got London, Greater London, Kent, all come together. And they chose me to be part of that under 7 squad, which was class.
Wow.
So I guess the professionalism started then.
Very early on.
So, I mean, very early on, having dedicated to get to training, make sure your food was spot on, even at the age of 7.
Yeah.
Understanding losing, understanding you have to work hard to win, all from a very young age. And this is I say to all my clients, my friends now, make sure that you get your kids in sport from a very young age, not just for your physical health, but also for your mindset, resilience, toughness.
100%.
And I think that's really important.
A question though, from 6 to 10 or 6 to 16, did you feel that you could be a kid and just express yourself, or did you feel a sense of pressure at times, or was there a part in that 10 years that you didn't enjoy it? Was there like...
Um, to be honest, no, because I guess I had such a support around me. I think because my brother James was one of the best youngsters coming through at the Chelsea Academy at the time. He was
Right.
playing for England internationally. He was training in the first team. He was really pushed, and I was seeing Simmonds' brother, so I had a lot of love thrown at me.
Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't really see the pressure of, oh my God, I need to be as good as my brother. I just looked at my brother as a role model. I thought I want to get to where he needs to be. So I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, because my parents were prioritising James, and rightly so. Then they had to prioritise Elliot, he was at Brentford. Then they had to prioritise my sister playing netball, county netball. So it's down left to me. I was the fourth child, and I was going to training by a coach or another family member or someone that lived close to West London. So I was quite independent from a young age, and
Yeah.
I'm actually thankful for it because it's made me who I am today.
100%.
Whereas I look at my older brother James, so reliant on my he doesn't mind me saying it. He's probably so reliant on my mum and dad or other people's opinions because he was constantly taking places.
Yeah.
So me being at a very young age, from the age of 7, being taken to training, taken to games by another coach or by another family member, it was just me. I just got on with it, and I'm very thankful for that experience.
100%, and that's powered you with so much, as you say, like
Yeah.
independence from a young age. Not,
Yeah.
oh, I can't go because someone's not there to
Yeah.
take me. I'll find a way.
Yeah, and I take risks without asking about anyone's opinion because I just do it, and I feel like it's because of my my childhood.
100%. And what would you say now to either like parents or kids listening to this now with themselves or their kids in a similar situation? What would you say really helped you push on in those teen and young years?
I think I was just mentally quite resilient. I think just because I had no other option not to be, Um, don't get me wrong. Like I said, my first experience of failure was at 16, so that was quite tough. That was a complete new experience. I didn't know how to deal with it. I struggled.
Yeah.
And I tried to find excuses. What's wrong with me? Am I not good technically enough? So I ended up being in the park doing loads of technical drills. Ended up doing loads of running to try and get fitter. So I put the work in. I went to Queen's Park Rangers. I impressed them. They signed me. So I thought, okay, good. Finally, I got another contract. Let's get into the first team now and let's prove Chelsea wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then obviously injuries occurred, and that was another battle.
So it's probably quite interesting because from a parent point of view, wanting to give their child everything can then over support them.
Yes.
And they're given less independence and they've got less, they rely on themselves less.
Yeah. I think, it's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the experience I've seen with my brother and maybe other lads that I know as well. Is there a lesson in that? Not to wrap your kids in bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Not to praise them on every decision they make. You got to still be hard on them. For example, my dad was great at this. He'd come and watch me on Sundays because James played on Saturdays. And I'd be like, Dad, I know I played brilliant today. But he wouldn't tell me I played brilliant. He told me he told me why it went wrong.
Yeah.
And at the time I thought, my dad's so harsh, man. Like, I see other kids after they get ice cream because they played well. My dad didn't play well enough. And I actually thank him for it now. I thought he was hard. He wasn't harsh on me. He did applaud me when I did really, really well, but he always pointed out things I needed to improve on. And I'm thankful for that.
And that's what I was going to ask. Do you think there's a fine line where you did this well, but also what could you improve? Or rather than pointing out, did you ever feel like I need to impress my dad or I'm not good enough?
Yeah, like I saw my dad on the sidelines. Like, of course, I want to impress my dad. I want to, and he'd give me the either thumbs up or he'd give me that. That meant I wasn't playing well enough.
Come on.
Yeah. And a lot of kids, I remember in my team at the time, the mums were like clapping at every decision they make, or dads were clapping, even when they were playing terribly.
Participation clap.
This is it. And I think that's wrong. I think that's wrong with society now. I think there's too many winners because they took part. It's not teaching anyone anything.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And hopefully that kind of changes. I know how I'll be with my son. I'll applaud him when he does great things.
Yeah.
But I'll tell him straight to the point, and my daughter, what they need to work on, and what it takes to become a champion.
And you know what? I can't wait for you to have that experience with your kids, because then please comment on this podcast to go, you know what? It's harder than I think.
I'm sure it's harder than what you think.
Yeah.
Sure it is, 100%.
When they're yours and there's that. But then, so you actually grew up with natural adversity, but more of a deal with it. Like, go on.
Yeah.
You've got to get yourself to train. If you want to go, go.
Yeah.
So you've had that resilience naturally built up within you.
100%.
Come to 16, everything shattered.
Yeah. It was tough, mate. Really, really,
What
really struggled.
was it that, because that's a big thing with players these days, or even humans in general, when they're built on so much success and you are the best and you are this.
And you visualize yourself succeeding.
Yeah.
Because obviously that manifestation
100%.
helps you get to there.
Yeah.
So when it's shattered, you're like, fuck.
Identity gone.
Yeah.
I am the footballer now, not now.
Yeah. Of course, and at the time at 16, you're thinking, oh, God, all my mates, some of them are buzzing I got released. Of course, the jealousy's always been there. Of course they're buzzing. Do you know what I mean? Are they mates? Well, you got some lads saying, oh, I'm gutted that you got released. You shouldn't have got released. But, mate, you're definitely going to go to another club. It might help you become a professional footballer. How many lads have been released, the likes of Declan Rice, by the likes of Chelsea, went to West Ham and now one of the best players in the world. So you can definitely bounce back. But I guess there's a little bit of luck. Make sure you go to the right football club, the right opinions. I had some coaches that could have loved me and some coaches that didn't love me as much as I thought I should have been loved. That has a massive aspect to it as well. You only have to look at Frank Lampard bringing the likes of Mason Mount in and stuff. Would those players had that opportunity if it wasn't Frank Lampard? So there's so many, if I call it the butterfly effect.
It is.
But for me, in my journey, things didn't work out for me footballing wise. Hands up, I wasn't good enough. Simple as that.
Yeah.
So what did I do? I transitioned that anger and that passion, or that want to succeed in a different role, which was a personal trainer.
Before we move on, explain the butterfly effect. What's the butterfly effect?
Okay, so what's the butterfly effect? So basically, I'm a strong believer in things happen for a reason.
Yeah, me too.
So if there's a bad decision, don't dwell on it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Basically,
100%.
that happened for a reason. That was a lesson, and I'm glad for that lesson. Not everything can go smooth. There's going to be times that you're going to be tested. There's going to be times that things don't go your way. You just have to regroup, take a deep breath, and go again.
Yeah. You know what? It's so important. Like, even just with something as little as like the analogies or quotes you can embed them in you that much that it become a way of life for you.
Yeah.
And it's really important to have that, especially in football or even anything that you are creating yourself, because you're going to have opinions.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can control what you can control. You can't control anything else.
Yeah.
And as soon as you put that into your mindset that, you know what, I'm going to do what I do. I can't please everyone. I'm not here to please everyone. As long as I please myself, what will be, will be.
100%.
And so many people want to please everyone that they become a chameleon and they just blend into their environment and
100%.
they don't stand out.
They don't stand out.
And then they live the common life. And that's why big thing for me was, what is the uncommon life? You've not blended in, but you've done the football thing, you've done that, and you could very easily gone, oh, it's not for me, okay, just get a job.
Yeah.
But you
This is it. I've always seen comfort zones. I've always seen people in their comfort zones, like where I live in West London, like people still living where they are, still in the same gym working, haven't taken any risks, haven't even said to themselves, I can always come back to this comfort zone. This is something I always say to myself. If Dubai doesn't work out, you can go back to London, where I was living in Fulham, which was lovely, and you can go back to what you was doing, which was successful. Yeah. But for me, I wasn't happy. I felt like I needed something different. I felt like I can give more, and I decided to do it in a place where there's loads of opportunity. You've experienced that yourself. Yeah. And if it doesn't work out, I can go back to Fulham. It's as simple as that.
100%.
And if I do fail, I'll take it on the chin. I'm going to go again. Of course I will. But people are scared of that failure. And I'm glad I dealt with failure from a very young age, which a lot of people don't. Yeah. And this is why I'm saying with the schooling, everyone's a winner. It's bad. It's not good for kids.
Yeah. And they're scared of judgment because everyone's doing well, but now you're not. And then what? Yeah. Like, I'm standing out. Oh no, let me blend back in.
Yeah, exactly. This is it.
No.
Yeah.
Like I'm a big believer, as I say, like the uncommon life for me is you living your truth. That is uncommon. Mm-hmm. Me living my truth, that is uncommon. That is why we're on this. Yeah. If I never stepped out of my comfort zone and left the military and said, you know what, I want to do a podcast with you. Yeah. God knows how it'll go. We wouldn't be here.
Of course, 100%. And you don't know where this is going. You could be the next Stephen Bartlett. You just don't know.
Who knows? And even if it inspires one person, then I've helped someone in life. Of course. And if that ripples and then goes, you know what I mean? And even for yourself. And then you took that loss, failure, loss of identity into something else. What made you then become a personal trainer? What was the thing to go? What was the stopping point to your footballism? For me, you had a big injury. How did you overcome that, or did you not?
Yeah, so I was like, so Chelsea, I went to Queens Park Rangers, and then Queens Park Rangers, I was injured quite a lot. The club extended my contract.
Why do you think you were injured? Why were you getting injured? Or why did
No,
it come
so
from?
basically, the type of player I was, I got stuck into tackles.
Old school English.
Yeah, I was like almost like I don't know, maybe like a Scott Parker.
Yeah.
Or who can I think of now?
Roy Keane.
Yeah, Roy Keane, for example. I loved it. I got stuck in one and then gave it to the really creative players to go and do their thing. That was my role. I loved it. I went into a tackle, did my ACL. Took me about 10 months to get back to full fitness. Struggled to get into the team. At the time, I wasn't getting on very well with the coach. And I just kept getting these little niggles. Wasn't really clued up with nutrition at the time or looking after my body. If I knew what I knew now, I think I actually would have made it. Do you know what I mean? So I think young players need to get the help. If you listen to this, definitely get the help
100%.
from coaches. Invest in that rather than spending 15 grand on bottles of champagne in a nightclub. Invest it on your longevity, big time.
Yeah.
And then then I went to Iceland, which was one hell of an experience. Things didn't work out for me, Queens Park Rangers. My coach, Mark Bircham at the time, had a good connection with. Let's really talk about, obviously, my journey. So it was Chelsea to Queens Park Rangers to IBV, a little island in Iceland. This was just an experience just to get myself back fit after being injured for the majority of my time at Queens Park Rangers. Great spell. Played in the Europa League. Lovely experience. Thinking, oh God, this is what it takes like to be a professional footballer. You're training with, I was 20 at the time, so you're training with 25, 26, 30-year-olds. You're training with men.
Yeah.
Having to look after your nutrition, have to get into the gym. I learned so much. What a hell of an experience it was. That really made me grow up. I was living with David James at the time, so an ex-England goalkeeper. Again, that was great.
Did he teach you anything watching him? Or being surrounded by
Yeah, because I was living with him as well, because it was a really nice apartment. So just looking after your nutrition, make sure you rest.
Yeah.
All that sort of discipline stuff. So I was like, okay, cool, definitely. And this is what I need to start doing. Still at that time, I was going to be a professional footballer. But then fractured my ankle. Very unfortunate, is what it is. So I was injured for a long time. Spoke to my agent at the time, who was looking after me. The options were America, this, that. Okay, maybe non-league football. It's not what I wanted.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up, and I was at the age of 6. My dream wasn't to play for Staines. No disrespect to anyone that plays for Staines.
Yeah.
My goal wasn't to play for Hampton and Richmond. That's not where I saw my career.
Yeah.
My career was being successful at what I do. I've been at the very top. So I just said to myself, okay, this is tough. But I've learned a lot from being injured. I've learned recently about nutrition. I can definitely go into something different while I play non-league football. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so you were still playing and then wanted to...
Yeah. But I knew I had to pursue into something different. I knew I had to channel my energy, my disappointment, my anger into something positive. And
were you feeling more, was that a time where you felt probably the most disconnected to yourself, like not necessarily lost?
Yeah, I lost my confidence big time.
Did you?
Yeah, big time.
And you were like, this needs to go somewhere
I lost
else.
the identity of Bradley Simmonds, what an incredible footballer, definitely going to be a Premier League footballer when he's older. I lost that. I've been told that my whole life. I believed it myself.
Yeah.
I could see Wembley from my classroom window.
Wow.
Which was crazy. So every day I could see Wembley. So every day I was like, I want to play there. I want to win the FA Cup. Constantly manifesting when I was young. Before I knew what manifestation was, I was visualizing myself. So it was so hard to think, I've got to go plan B now. What is my plan B? And there was 3 options because I had to stay in sport. I'm not very academic. I'm a practical person. I love sport. So I need to do something within sport. So I thought, okay, I could become a football coach, which my brother's doing now.
Is that what he's doing?
So my brother's now the under-23 coach at Chelsea. And his career didn't go the way he wanted to as well. So I learned a lot from his mistakes, and I didn't want to chase it like my brother chased it. He was at non-league clubs. He was on trial here, trial there. Went to the Glen Hoddle Academy, and I saw what that done to his mental health. So I said, I don't want to do that. I want to challenge my
jumping from next to one, forcing it. And what we understand about manifestation, forcing creates resistance.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's not there for you, it's not there for you.
And how many lads playing non-league football now still chasing to be, and they're still acting like they're Premier League footballers?
I was for a long time.
Yeah, and they get themselves in debt. They're not financially secure.
Yeah.
And they're living this fake life. Yeah, and I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
And maybe that was good that I had my brothers as a role model once again to see that struggle he did. So I looked into becoming a football coach. Looked at salaries, wasn't great. Unless you're at the Chelsea, unless you're at Man City, unless you're Man United or Arsenal, you're not earning money. Like, it's tough.
or you're grafting all hours under the sun, never
Yeah.
at home,
Yeah, you never.
single sessions.
Yeah, yeah. Then I looked into football agency. Maybe I become a football agent. Got good contacts. I'm well respected.
Yeah.
The lads I know, maybe I can get in and look after them. Then I was like, oh, fucking hell, more academic stuff. There's so many. Do you understand? I was like, okay, that's something I can maybe do when I'm older. Right now, that's not going to work.
How old at this age?
I was at 20. I was 20.
20.
I was thinking. And I said, okay, personal trainer. Let me sit down with a few personal trainers, see what it's like. And then I spoke to personal trainers who are the likes of Virgin Active. I was like, and then I spoke to some personal trainers who are training CEOs who are working in central London. I was like, oh, they're doing really well. They're earning good money. That's something that I could definitely do. And then I just simply Googled, like, how much can a personal trainer earn in London? And it said anywhere between £75,000 and £150,000. And as a 20-year-old, that's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. I was like, well, if I channel my energy into that, then I believe I can succeed.
And back then, it's not online coaching; it's on the floor.
There's no such thing as online coaching. Yeah. Nothing's online. Nothing. It's like as many hours as you can do. So what did I do? I got myself a job at Virgin Active, Chiswick Park, which is a great place to be for the first 6 months of my personal training journey. I learned about who I wanted to be as a coach, what philosophies I wanted to take on board. I was learning from lots of different coaches who were on the gym floor. And then I decided I wanted to go down that sport route.
Yeah.
Apply metrics, help footballers become fitter, stronger. Okay. I wanted to do that. That was my goal. So I got myself into other courses, learning my trade, getting better. And I was like, fuck, there's not much money in this. Do you know what I mean? As much as I wanted to go down that route, oh, fuck, there's not actually much money in this. The money is training CEOs, going into the Knightsbridges of the world, going into those postcodes. So after 6 months of Virgin Active, I actually got sacked simply because I was doing backhanders, because as an entrepreneur, as you do, I struggled to listen to other people's rules. I needed to do my thing. So they kicked me out, rightly so.
And you need to learn that as well.
Yeah.
To realise, right, this isn't for me.
I can't work for anyone else.
Yeah.
I can't do it. As much as I enjoyed it, I was doing backhanders, got caught CCTV, because the highest you could earn at Virgin Active at the time was like £3,500 a month. That's like doing 30 to 40 hours because they take a big percentage, then you get taxed, all of that nonsense. So it's like £3,500. Fuck. I remember my first week going freelance, because of the clients I built up over time, I made about £3,000 in cash. And I was like, fuck, this is what I need to be doing. I had a smart car at the time. I was leaving my house at like 5:30 in the morning for my first client in Chiswick at 6 in the morning. I then drove to Chelsea for my next client. These are clients who've got houses, but not massive gyms. I just got stuff out of the smart car, dumbbells, you know.
Space, and you made do what you had.
Need it. And I was driving to High Street Kensington, and I was driving to Knightsbridge. So I was doing like 8 to 10 clients a day, charging £100. So I was making £1,000 a day, cash, through hard graft.
21-year-old.
Yeah, instead of doing 40 hours a week at Virgin Active and making about £3,500.
What stood you out from somebody else doing that? What was it that took you out of Virgin Active, as you said, the entrepreneur mindset of I can get more?
Yeah, it was them constantly telling me off like I was back in school again. Right. For not wearing the right uniform, for, like I said, doing backhanders.
Yeah, and not being the yes man.
Not being the yes man they wanted. And look, some people love it there.
100%.
And they love their life there. Happy days. I wanted more. A year ago I was carrying Raheem Sterling, who's now on £200,000 a week. So, and I'm earning £3,500 a month. And yes, I am money driven. I happily admit that. Yeah. Because I want to live a certain lifestyle, not just for myself, for my future family. And I do believe money doesn't necessarily make you happy, but it makes you comfortable. And when you're with the right people, it makes you happy. That's what I say.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm a big believer of money makes you more of who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're happy from a fundamental and you get more money, then you can be happier and more free and whatever.
Of course.
But if you're unhappy and you have money in your pocket, then you'll do things that make you unhappier in the long run.
Of course, 100%.
So it definitely is an inside job, but having more money in your pocket can give you, as you say, more experiences in some ways. And
of course,
if I can get my wife out of work, perfect.
Yeah.
Give different experiences to my family.
100%. If I can fly my mum and dad over to Dubai, give them 10 days just where they can completely relax, that's unbelievable.
That's success. Yeah.
I'm not driving a Bugatti. I'm not interested in that like I used to be. Yeah. I mean, maybe at 20, I was like, oh, I can't wait to get a Ferrari. I look at Ferraris now in Dubai. I'm like, I don't need to get in that. Yeah. I don't need to drive that. I'm happy. Like, it's crazy, but I think that's a maturity thing as you get older.
100%. And the more people you speak to when you hang around with those bigger clients, you get the car and you're buzzing for the first maybe 5 days, and then you get in and you're driving from A to B anyway.
I think what people want is they want purpose, they want a new goal, and they achieving that goal.
Yeah.
That keeps you happy. Whether it's a business.
Growth.
Yeah, growth.
Growth in general.
Growth in general. Whether it's numbers, your income. For example, I'm an online coach, so I've got my own app. I'm trying to grow the numbers. Every time we grow the numbers, I'm buzzing because I put the work in and we're realizing now what's working.
Yeah.
So there's a team. But there's a big difference now. I'm 31 now. When I was 21, wow, what a difference. 21, I'm going from house to house in my smart car. I'm now training John Terry. I'm now training Jamie Redknapp. I'm training Brendan Rodgers, you know. I'm training Maya Gem. I'm training Caroline Flack. So in a year, I'm training top clients.
Wow.
Was not qualified to do it. Was not qualified at all to do it.
How did you get those top clients? More so from who you knew? Or
no, it was more the content I was creating on Instagram. I was probably one of the first doing it. Simply, I was just training my girlfriend, ex-girlfriend at the time. And then I started reaching out to many Chelsea girls who were living in the area. I said, look, I'm literally going to train you for free. All you need to do is to do a picture of me at the end of the workout. You need to post it. Because these men in Chelsea girls, again, they were pretending they were living this high lifestyle. They were earning lots of money, but there wasn't. Because the show wanted them to look like they was earning that money. So I took advantage of that, saying, well, look, it looks like you're paying for a top PT.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it for free. In return, you're going to expose me. So obviously my following was growing, and Instagram was different then. If you got a shout from a celebrity, you're growing 5,000 followers like that.
Rocket, yeah.
You're rocketing.
Yeah.
It's different now.
Yeah.
So then obviously you got John Terry's wife, you got Jamie Redknapp's wife, Louise Redknapp, Tony Terry, watching my stuff. They're seeing Many Chelsea girls, because Many Chelsea at the time was the show.
Yeah.
Isn't now, it was the show. And I'm training the Lucy Watsons, I'm training the Steph Pratts, I'm training, and these girls are like the ones who people watching, they're on the red carpet, stuff like that. It was great.
They paint the perfect life.
This is it. So so then obviously you get a message from John Terry, who knows my brother. Just that connection's there.
Yeah.
Trust.
Yeah.
Within celebrities, there needs to be trust.
Yeah.
My brother's a good lad. John Terry's been around him for many years. And then so yeah, I said, what's your brother like? Is he a good lad? Yeah, similar to me. See how he is. Get a message from John Terry at 21, by the way. Yeah.
What were your thoughts as soon as that came through?
Because I used to look up to John Terry because John Terry, people used to call me John Terry.
Or the next John Terry.
The next John Terry.
Wow.
Because I used to put my sleeves up. Used to have my back straight. I used to smash people. It's just to fucking get my head in there.
You centre off growing up?
Centre up growing up.
Okay.
And I didn't mind the cuts, got up with it. So I used to be called the next John Terry. Do you know what I mean? So then to get a message from the likes of John Terry at 21 years old, I was like, this is fucking big. I was like, yeah, of course I can train your wife, and I can train yourself if you want to. Do you know what I mean? I always believed in myself. Was I experienced? No. Was I qualified enough? No. But I was definitely going to take the opportunity.
Yeah.
There's no chance I'm going to say no to that. John Terry invited me down to Chelsea Football Club, the Cobham, right? And I remember it clearly. I'm driving in my smart car thinking, Jesus, I grew up here. I grew up here from ages. I've grown up.
Yeah.
And then I turned right into the first team building. And behind me was Nathaniel Chaloba, another lad I used to play with. He's in his Range Rover, and I'm in my smart car. And he goes, Simo, what are you doing here? I've been released 4 years ago. What are you doing here? It's like, just about to train John Terry. He's like, yeah? Class, man, buzzing for you. Things are going well. So I say, so then I go meet JT, he shows me the gym, You sit down. He goes, look, I just want extra bits for myself. Maybe we can do some boxing. Maybe we can do some strength stuff, core stuff. I said, yeah, perfect. Because that was the stuff I was showing on my Instagram. No one else was doing it.
Yeah.
And I learned so much from my time at QPR that I was just doing exercises. My strength and condition coach at the time, told me to do those exercises. So I did those exercises.
Yeah.
I didn't know why I was doing those exercises. I couldn't tell John Terry why he was doing those exercises. I was just like, just do this exercise.
Wow.
Now I could tell you why you should be doing the exercise because I've learned. And I'll be the first one with hands up in there. Like then I wasn't more experienced, but what I delivered was good sessions.
Yeah, and you make it happen. You made it happen.
Yeah.
Not, sorry, I can't. No, I believe in myself. I'm going for it.
Exactly.
Because the door's open. I'm not going to close it and be like, sorry, not.
No,
yet.
of course. So you could think the amount of stick I got from other S&C coaches at the time.
Yeah.
So you got lads who went to St Mary's, a top university in London.
Masters in S&C.
Masters in S&C. They've done 10 years grafting. They've never trained the likes of John Terry in their life, or not even close to. And a 21-year-old lad making John Terry do TRX crunch hits. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Think about the amount of stick I got.
I can imagine.
Yeah. And I'm on TalkSport. People ask me, okay, so you were with Theo Walcott. He's just banging 20 goals. What have you done that's, and I just made him consistent with his strength training, with his core stuff. I go to his house, make him feel good. We have a bit of banter training. He just got into routine. He was doing that extra bit, which made him go into training. And on match day, going, I've done the extra bit. I feel confident.
Mind game.
Mind games.
Instantly.
I look back at those sessions with Theo Walcott. I'll probably do them different now.
Yeah.
But I gave him the extra. Do you know what I mean?
Even with that aspect, though, as well as a coach, if you make someone feel they're doing extra and then they believe they're doing extra, it might not physiologically be this massive thing, but if they feel they've got an extra 10%, game on.
Don't get me wrong, the stuff I was doing with Theo Walcott was safe, it was good, it was simple, but I would obviously do things differently now because I've learned with the experience.
Yeah, 100%.
But again, I'm not going to say no to that opportunity. So that's the thing with me. I think and then we go back to when I was a kid. I took risks.
Yeah.
I didn't need anyone's opinion. When Theo Walcott asked me to train with Manjotto, I didn't say, Mum, what do you think? What do you think, Mum? And my mum gone, oh, but are you ready? Yeah, maybe she's right. Maybe I'm not ready.
Fear of judgment.
Yeah.
Uncertain of yourself. Lack of belief.
Just got to go and do it.
Wow.
Do it and you've got to achieve it. And I've said this to you in the past, once you're in that circle and once you deliver a good job,
100%.
you are then word of mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then John Terry rang me up. He goes, I've got another client for you. I was like, oh, brilliant. Thinking maybe it was his family member, is it a friend? Because Jamie Redknapp. Mate, we're watching Jamie Redknapp, Sky Sports. Klopp is good. He's slick. I'm like, well, fucking hell, what?
Slick, man.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, buzzing. What a guy. Someone I look up to when it comes to fashion. Obviously, he played for Tottenham as well. I'm a Spurs fan. So I was like, buzzing, Jamie Redknapp. So I was training with Jamie Redknapp and I was training Louise Redknapp. So it's brilliant. And I'm 21, mate. Do you know what I mean? But it's quite funny. I actually didn't tell them I was 21. They didn't know I was 21.
Yeah.
They knew I was 25 because of the maturity I had.
And the confidence. And
the confidence I had, yeah.
Mate.
Yeah. And that comes from my childhood. It does.
100%.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of people, especially in Dubai as well, like there's so much potential and so much opportunity out there. But then even with kids, you can see a lot of uncertainty or lack of confidence and even now they just live on iPads and you're like, they can't catch a ball.
I saw two kids running around. Duck Hook. They're running around, but they've got iPads to touch them.
Yeah.
Just in case they get bored, they go like that. It's crazy.
I understand times change, and it does change, which is fine. But
I'm not kids yet, so I could be like that.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
And neither have I, but it could. But sure, there's got to be there's a physical aspect of your life, and we're making sure that is a fundamental to be a human being.
Yeah. I look back when there was let's say we was in a pub situation, me and my family members would find, there's 3 kids over there. Let's see if they want to play football. You put in goalpost, you keep the shit out of each other. You come back, got blood down me. Mum's like, what are you like?
Yeah.
Are you okay? I'm fine. Good. Let's eat.
Now, come on, come watch this with me.
Now it's like, sit there. Oh, I don't know who those kids are. They could be a horrible family. Oh, I'm not sure it's safe. Come sit here. You're safe with me. Watch your screen. It's different.
Stay within these 4 walls.
Yeah, it's tough.
In prison.
But I ain't got kids, so it's easier said than done.
100%. And you know what? Like, as I said at the start, 1 in 3 people feel lost. Yeah. And not lost in life, but lost in themselves. Yeah. And when you find, as you said, when you have that true self-belief that, you know what, no, I can do this. This is my path and I'm going to attack it. Mm-hmm. There's clarity. Yeah. And you don't feel lost because you don't necessarily need a direction of it's going to happen this way, and this way, but you know what you can commit to.
Yeah, 100%.
And with a lack of commitment, there's an uncertainty and there's a lack of stability.
100%.
And that's when people start chasing dopamine, and we can go on through from a fitness side of dopamine hits make you feel a certain way. So then, this is the only thing that makes me feel good. So I'll go again. Yeah. And this is an interesting point where I talk to a lot of you do online coaching, I do online coaching in a different fashion. Is training's great, but a lot of people use it as an escape. Yeah. They overtrain because training makes them feel a great way. Yeah, yeah. Then they get injured.
Well, you do Barry's boot camps 5 days a week. You're going to get injured, aren't you?
Yeah.
But you're still going to get those endorphins, that dopamine, which is great, but you're also going to get injured.
And then you're injured, then you're not getting the dopamine, then you need something. It's just constantly chasing. Yeah. But so many people, and I challenge you guys who are listening now, ask yourself, can you sit still for 5 minutes and allow thoughts to come and go without sticking with a thought, without being agitated, without needing to check your phone? Because that's one sign that you are dopamine driven, or you're distracted and you can't sit with yourself. And there's a reason behind that. And it's not that you're broken, anything like that, but it's a lack of alignment or a lack of peace within yourself.
True.
And it's very interesting.
100%.
Very, very interesting. But then, so 21, wow, high roller. A lot of people will look and go, wow, this kid's got it right. Where then, I'm guessing the trajectory is very similar. I got introduced to new people, new environments.
So I got introduced to management,
Yeah,
and like obviously the management trying to brand you professionally, get you working with different brands, get you working with magazines, get you in TV and stuff, because obviously they see that you've got potential, and I did, of course.
was that an introduction, or did someone come to you?
No, so it was my footballing agency. They had a talent side. So they had two different
Right.
sectors.
Yeah.
So they just introduced me like, oh, things didn't work out football. Try the talent side. I was like, fuck it, let's give it a go. Sat down with Izzy, who was brilliant. And she said, I'm not ready. You need to change up your pay to the. I was like, okay, cool. So I did what she said.
See, this is back in the day. This is before it was a big thing.
Yeah, this is it. And
You struck early.
yeah, I struck early at 21 because obviously you had Joe Wicks on the rise, and he
Even back then.
Yeah, Joe Wicks. That's when Joe Wicks pretty much first started, and he already probably 2 years ahead of me. And they had Alice Liven signed, and she was obviously smashed in her first book and stuff. So they looked at me and said, "It's amazing you work on these lot, but when it comes to your Instagram is your website, is your branding."
Yeah.
I mean, so that's why I'm very particular what I put on my Instagram, who I collaborate with, and I had to kind of, what's the word? I had to kind of reinvent myself again, which is fine.
Yeah.
I need to be a little bit more professional while I was posting, while I wasn't posting. For example, Snapchat was a big thing at the time before Instagram stories.
Yeah.
So you'd tell your Instagram followers to follow you on Snapchat. My Snapchat was me and the lads in Vegas. Was me and the lads in Ibiza.
Yeah.
So my manager said, whoa. It's good to show your personality,
Yeah.
but you can't be showing that side of stuff if you want to build a brand. And the brand is like, we want to be working with the Adidas's, the Boss, the GQs, and Men's Health. That's where we can see you. So you need to start acting this way. So yeah, so it's
changing who you are, like.
Well, it's one of those ones. Like, I'm glad that happened. I'm glad because obviously I grew and I needed to mature. Like as a 21-year-old, I was stepping into what a 25 or 26-year-old was doing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I had to learn quick. So I'm glad that I had that help. Maybe I wouldn't be where I am today. Although I still think I would have been somewhere for sure.
Yeah.
So I took that on board and we started building this brand, which was great. And then obviously 5 years later, then you come to COVID lockdown where you have to reinvent yourself again.
Yeah.
So in our world, you constantly have to reinvent yourself.
All the time.
Always have to adapt. I always say the key word in my career has probably been adaptation. Learning to adapt. Shit, what worked for me then isn't working anymore. Okay, I need to figure out, I need to swallow my ego. I need to accept that this isn't the way forward now. What is working for others? I need to sit down with my team, and I need to say, okay, what do I need to do? What's going to work?
That's a superpower.
That's a superpower.
That's a superpower to have that. Not many people have it.
No, because some people just keep working what they.
I've spent so much time on this. I can't stop doing that because of all the hours I've put in.
Yeah.
So I'll continue doing the shit that isn't working because I always have.
Yeah.
And that was me.
Yeah.
That was me for a long time.
There you go. So I've always been able to go, okay, this isn't working like it used to be. The style of content always changes. The style of content I was doing a year ago was getting me 10, 15, 20,000 likes, 3, 4, 500 views. That type of content doesn't go anywhere anymore. So you constantly have to adapt. Yeah. And I could point at fingers, Instagram shit or TikTok shit. It's not like it used to be. No, I haven't changed. Yeah. I haven't come with the times.
100%.
So, and that's been my whole career, adapting.
So accountability is a big thing.
Yeah, and so we went from working with like Theo Walker, John Terry, to then getting management and then going down, I'm front cover of Men's Health, and now working for GQ. Shit, boss wanted to do a shoot with me. Like, it completely changed. And I became a coach, a trainer to an influencer.
Okay.
And I was like, and then you get asked to go on Love Island, you get asked to go on these bloody.
Did you get asked to go on that?
Of course I did. You see my boat, don't you? No, I'm joking.
But you said no. Why?
I said no to all of those. I'm glad I got asked to go on at Chelsea, and I was training all the girls at the time, so no chance.
Wow.
And I'm glad I
didn't know this.
I'm glad I went down that. I'm glad. And I actually spoke to John Terry about it. I said, what do you think? He goes, don't run in the moment, it'd be brilliant. But longevity-wise, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. You can tarnish your brand as well. It'll tarnish you as a person just to go. Because you know what, some people that is their lifestyle, and this isn't dig at anybody, but are you going on there for the fame it brings or to generally be who you are in front of camera?
Don't know. I understand why some lads go on it or somebody else go on it because they think that is their road. That's all they can deliver. Yeah. I know I could offer way more than just that. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, if I was on those shows, I could deliver, but I knew I've got more things I want to achieve.
Yeah, well, that's not your road you're going
down. That would definitely put me down a different path, which as we know, causes serious mental health issues. Like more so than
Massive.
probably footballers in a way. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
100%.
So I'm glad I didn't go that. So there's loads of things there was a lot of decisions I didn't make. I won't do that. I won't with that brand. I'll rather work with that brand. There's been so many decisions we're making.
What's been the most, not necessarily the best brand, but what's been the most enjoyable brand to work with for you? Like enjoyable.
Brand.
Your own brand, 100%.
My Get It Done app.
Yeah.
Now I'm online coaching, and now I'm the Coaches Club. It's something that I have control of.
Yeah.
When you work with brands, they give you, obviously, this is your money that every month. Brilliant. We want this. It's out. I've got no say. I've got no flexibility.
Yeah.
I've got to follow the brief. I've got to show up at this event. I've got to be there for them. And don't get me wrong, it's brilliant. And I loved it when I was younger. It's getting to the point now I'm like, the amount of energy I focus on working with, I don't know, an Adidas again or an Aloe and stuff. If I put energy into actual stuff, I'll grow. And a prime example was a girl called Chrissy Seller, who I know very well. Brilliant. If you look into Instagram, she was working for Gymshark and she had a discount code and she realized how much Gymshark were making from her discount code. So she goes, do you know what? Thank you for the opportunity, Gymshark. I'm now going to channel all that energy into my own stuff. And she's making multi-millions, mate. And doing it in the right way, right message. And she's absolutely smashed it. So I took that on. I was like, do you know what? I was waiting for the next Aloe deal, the next Lululemon deal, the next Nike deal, saying to my manager, when is it coming? But if I channel my energy actually into Get It Done, Coaches Club, online coaching, I'll earn a fortune compared to what the likes of those brands are going to pay me.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
and I'd say like in the modern day now, like they talk about like building your own personal brand.
Yeah, that's what you have to do.
What would be the biggest, what would be one, the biggest lesson, but two, the biggest bit of advice that you give anybody looking to build their personal brand now? The modern day human building a personal brand today.
Yeah. So first of all, you can't copy anyone else's identity. You have to have your own identity, because there's lots of people in my industry doing really well. If I copied everything they did, people would see right through it.
Yeah.
It might help me in the short term, but long term, it's not going to help, because you're not true to yourself. You're not going to be happy within yourself, and you have to be happy within yourself to wake up every single day. Go, Buzzing, let's do this again.
Yeah.
Okay. So that
live a life you love.
That eventually will die. I think you have to educate people, you have to inspire people, you have to motivate people. 3 different things. This is something we teach at the Coaches Club. So you have to educate people on certain topics, things I've read, things I've learned, things I've studied. So when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to physical health, for example, then I need to motivate people, because there's a lot of people out there struggling with motivation, right? So I'm showing them I am getting it done. I practice what I preach. I'm also showcasing how my other clients are getting it done, and you can get it done. And then there's inspiration, showing my lifestyle a little bit. Like, people use the word white privilege a lot. I get fired that all the time. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I grafted from a very young age. I put myself in situations. I took risks, spent a lot of money on taking those risks as well. And this is the outcome. It's still a long way to go. And I'm inspiring you. I want you to do the same thing. You can do the same thing.
100%.
So that's it. So educate. That's really important. Motivate and inspire. Where a lot of people go wrong is the ego takes over. So they show off too much.
Yeah.
And that was me at one stage. I was showing how many muscle ups I can do, rather than teaching how you can do a muscle up.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah. And you know what? It's interesting. Like, even especially now, when from a content perspective and social media, you can follow a trend which is going viral to get views.
Yeah.
But then, what are you? You're just getting like, how are you supporting people's growth? Are you making people feel inferior by going, oh, well, I can't do that? Oh.
This is it. Too many people are like chasing the views.
Yeah.
And like,
how do I go viral? How do I go viral?
Let's say I've had videos that have gone completely viral, right? 10, 15 million views.
Yeah.
And I looked at the insights, and like 70% of them are from Brazil, India, Pakistan. They're not clients of mine, but it looks really good. I got 15 million views.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, my dopamine was incredible. Buzzing, 15 million views. Oh, the next one only got 100,000 views. Oh, shit. It's scary. It's dangerous.
Very dangerous.
And now Instagram's paying. I get more views on my stories now. I'm actually getting some of my posts now, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Accept it. It's new times. I'm adapting with it. Consistency will always win. Post another video. I know that's good content. 40,000 people watching it. I think for me, with 600,000 followers, that's shit. That hasn't done well.
Yeah.
40,000 people have seen it. Of that 40,000, 1% might go, I'm interested in this online coaching. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
I know coaches with 5,000 followers who are doing better than coaches with 200,000 followers. simply because their message, they educate, they motivate, and they inspire. And their page is what I come onto their page, I know exactly what they're offering.
Yeah.
They're showcasing to me, rather than a lad of 200,000 trying to copy every single one. And one of those videos have fucking gone viral, and he's gained another 10,000 followers.
But no depth to his
No
following.
depth to it.
Yeah, build an audience
Yeah.
that loves what you do and follows what you do.
So you're better off, I always say this, you're better off 5,000 really engaged followers than 500,000 followers who followed you from those 3 reels that went viral.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is where so many people are going wrong, because they're chasing the views, they're chasing the followers. I did it, I was there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So that's a one hell of a journey.
Yeah, it's crazy.
One hell of a journey. And you
Sit all day.
And you know what? Even if like when you look back and go, how my life is going to pan out, you probably didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't see it happening how it did, but you've just attacked it and
Yeah.
you've moved forward every single step of the way. What's one thing that life has taught you? One thing, or can you remember one moment that life really brought you to your knees, that really took you to another level? Because I'm a big believer that it's fact, for an arrow to go forward, it first must go back.
Yeah.
And people feel that pull back is a loss, or, oh no, it's an uncomfortable position, which it is. But as soon as you learn from that, you let go of that arrow and it goes.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that moment for you? Was there one?
It was recently, to be fair. Living in my apartment in Fulham. And I felt lonely in a really nice part of London, spending a fortune on my apartment.
Interesting. With all the success you've got, with everything you've got, you felt lonely.
Yeah. Simply because friends around me were lovely relationships. They were moving out of London to obviously places they could afford. So from Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturdays, where's my mates? Fucking it's just me. I was walking around London, like Battersea Park with my dog on a Saturday night at 7 p.m. Do you know what I mean? Going to see my mum, which is lovely to do.
Yeah.
But like, where's the buzz? Me and the boys would be here, there, and everywhere. And I just said to myself, times have changed. What's now? I need to really visualize what's my next 5 years. And having my own businesses, I was getting slapped by tax, VAT, you name it, corporate tax, you name it. And it's a struggle when you're in the UK to grow your business, when you're slapped with so many taxes. And obviously I had employees and stuff.
Yeah.
National insurances came in, so that increased again. I was like, fuck, I can't get a break here. Like, gross wise, I'm doing this. But when you take everything away from it, this is mine.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't breathe. Plus, I feel lonely. Do you know what? I need a new challenge. And Dubai's always been in my head. I've been back and forth from Dubai for the last 5-6 years, but it probably wasn't the right time. I sat there. I said, now it's time. When I got that VAT bill, and I was happy to pay it, and I understood like I have to pay my VAT.
It is what it is.
My tax. It is what it is. I said, nah, this ain't right for me anymore. I'm lonely in my own city.
Lonely in your own house.
In my own house. I need a new challenge. I need a new environment. And I took the leap, took the risk, and I've moved to Dubai, and it's been 5 months. Still a long way to go. I'll probably be here hopefully for the next 5-10 years.
Yeah.
And hopefully I can look back in this podcast and go, fuck it, I smashed it. That's the goal. That's what I'm visualizing. And I know the path, what I can do. So yeah, that's only recently. But it goes to show, doing well. You're successful. Businesses are doing really well. I felt lonely. It's crazy, isn't it?
People see the Bradley Simmonds on the Instagram, on the great body, great looking, bit of camaraderie. Oh, his life is great.
Yeah.
Let me live that life. People don't see that, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I've created this podcast, so we can have the uncommon conversation and talk about the uncommon life. Because you could have easily sat in that and stayed feeling like that, being like, well, it is what it is, I'm just going to carry on.
Yeah, this is it.
Carry on.
I could be like, I could continue up Bradley smashing it. I go places, mate, you're smashing it. Get that all the time. Cheers, mate. And it was like business wise, but I wasn't
Empty.
I wasn't happy. I wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't like excited about anything. And I was fortunate in a situation to go, all right, cool, I'm moving to Dubai. Lots of people.
Opportunity.
Yeah. I didn't have a partner at the time. I was single. I didn't have kids. And I was in a position where I could bring my business over to another country.
Yeah.
HMC hasn't made it easy for sure.
Always find a way.
Yeah, always find a way. And yeah, so I'm in a position now where I've got myself a partner. I think that's been amazing for me. She's brilliant. I think finding someone who's actually you're compatible with. This is another lesson I've learned. Dating the wrong type of woman, it's not just about looks. Do you know what I mean? And when you're younger, you date the most beautiful girls. who aren't exactly compatible with you, but you stick into that relationship because everyone's telling you how amazing she is. And well, you look amazing together, and your pictures together get loads of likes. It's a fake.
You've got to listen to
Exactly.
you,
Yeah,
because deep down you probably know, oh, this isn't what I want, but you
yeah,
know what? I can deal with the highs.
exactly.
The highs are worth it.
Oh, we just got 15,000 likes on that photo.
Yeah.
I'm staying with this one because I'm waiting for the next photo. Dave, let's get another photo next weekend. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's interesting when you see, like, I've had moments where I've judgment is the killer of happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And no, comparison is the thief of joy. That's the saying.
Okay.
Comparison is the thief of joy. And you can look at someone, and I did previously in the past, and they put loads of photos up in beautiful places. I'm like, oh, I haven't got that life.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, they split up.
Yeah, of course.
And it's like,
Yeah,
and you can't judge anything.
Can't
You
judge,
shouldn't judge.
no.
You shouldn't look at everything. Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
What makes you happy, do more of that.
Yeah.
What doesn't, do less of that.
Of course.
And constantly course correct.
But even today, like when I post a photo or do a story with my missus as part of it,
Yeah.
views go crazy, likes go crazy. And I remembered, and I learned from my lesson previously, don't just make shit all about her again.
Yeah.
Like as much as like it's lovely,
Yeah, it's amazing to have that.
I need to focus on business.
Yeah.
So that next post that might get half the likes, half the views, but still business.
Yeah.
That's still the brand.
Yeah.
So you can fall down the trap where every single thing is about me and my missus again. It's about my relationship.
Just from that hit of what
Yeah.
the response is. Yeah.
This is it. So you got to be careful.
Yeah. And people love connection. And
Yeah, of course.
when you see partners together,
Yeah.
like deep down, it can be whether it's look at them happy, but that people deep down love connection. Some people envy it because they haven't got it.
Yeah.
But the bottom line of human behavior is connection. That is what we're built up on, and that's what we're lacking now. And that's why I'm glad we've been able to have this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We've been able to be vulnerable. And there's what we've just been talking about. There's one quote that really stuck with me last week, and I'll share it with you now. And it's interesting. Like, a man dies at 25. You just don't bury him till the 75.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I've seen that a few times. It's so true. And it's part of the rat race that I live in as well. Part of
Getting a job.
Getting a job.
You stick in the job because 20, 30 years, then you get a pension, then you're on your deathbed going, I wish I did more.
People aren't given a pension now, mate. That's tax for
And even that.
people can't even save anymore.
Yeah.
They can't live the dream like our parents lived. Like it's tough. It's very tough.
It's a very different way of living. And to round it off, if I had to ask you one bit of advice that you give to our audience, to people listening, and if you guys, if anything has resonated on this podcast, please comment, please obviously tag myself, tag Brad, ask questions, because we're here to give as much value as we can, and we can only give value from the lessons that we've had, of course, and experiences. But that's what this is about. It's about connection. It's about having a space where people can be vulnerable. People can ask things that they feel, I can't ask that because to be judged. Ask it, because what you don't ask, you'll never know. And you'll always wonder why or wonder what. So what would be one bit of advice that you could give to anybody about life and what life's taught you to live the uncommon life?
Yeah, like I think are you dragging something out because your ego, because the feeling of failure? Do you know what I mean? Maybe just take a back seat, visualize what else you can do, what other environments you can step into. Can you change anything to actually make you happier? And when you're happier, success comes. It comes for sure.
Nice. And guys, thank you very much for tuning in. As I said, any questions, please get them in. The common life for a lot of people is built around anxiety, depression, and fitting that societal bill, living those societal norms. The uncommon life is built around you, how you want to live, how you want to exist on this planet. And the biggest thing I want to leave you with is you're not here forever. So what are you doing with your life? Are you happy doing what you're doing, or do you feel stuck? And if you feel stuck, step out of that comfort zone, challenge yourself, because guess what? You can always go back to the life you're living now. Guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next episode.